Hello, I'm Amber Uper, and I'm doing a test video with my new lens in my Hero 3 GoPro camera. I took out the old fisheye lens and put in a regular lens. I think this one is either 90 or 100 degree field of view, something like that, but it's a non-fisheye lens. So I wanted to test it out and figured as long as I was testing, I might as well do this video about my gold panning stuff that I have. Because I'm going to, spring's coming, I'm going to be wanting to do that. I ordered some pay dirt to do some experimenting with it. And pay dirt is basically gravel that you buy from a supplier. There's lots of different suppliers out there, but you buy from a supplier that's got it's supposed to have gold in it, little flakes of gold or whatever, and you basically it's you sift it out of the pay dirt, and it's not one of those things where you're going to get as much gold as you paid for, because you're buying the recreational part of it as well, and shipping, all that good stuff. So you're not going to make money on it, but you can learn how to pan gold that way. And you always get a little bit. Some are better than others, but you always get a little bit. But anyway, so here's what I got for my stuff. I've had most of this stuff for several years. So we'll start with this. This is, they call them a sniffer bottle or a snifter bottle or whatever. It's used for sucking the gold flakes out of the bottom of the pan when there's water in there, or once you get them separated from the black sands. You just kind of stick that in there and push all the air out and suck up the little pieces of gold. There's still something in there, probably a little rock or something. I've used it a few times. And then here's my little homemade magnet, my magnetite removal magnet. Basically just a pill bottle with another pill bottle that fits inside of it, and a couple of magnets in the bottom here, and I got some paper towel in there to hold those magnets on the bottom. It was a simple thing to make. It's enough magnetism that it'll suck up magnetite or other magnetic like iron stuff in there, and it all sticks to the bottom here, and then when you want to dump it off, you just pull the thing out and all the stuff falls off the bottom of the container because it's not stuck to this container. So there's that. And yeah, it just about lifts up one of these. It's pretty good. I mean, it'll lift a couple of sockets, so there's that. So then, my little scoop. This is an aluminum scoop that I bought. I think it's a garden trowel or something like that, but it's a little more durable than the plastic ones. You can see it's all scratched up from scraping around under rocks and stuff in the local creeks. So, and I have, I got 3 classifiers here, which classifier is just a screen in a holder, basically, and it's got a certain size mesh to it. And it lets everything smaller than that mesh through. So you use it, to size your gravel and whatever, get all the big stuff out before you start panning. This one is an 8 mesh, which means it's 1/8 of an inch. The squares, the mesh is an 8. It'll let an 1/8 of an inch through, or right at an 1/8 of an inch. And then there's this one. I think this is my 30 mesh, which I've got for sifting out the really small sand and stuff like that. And then I have my I don't know what that is, quarter? Yep, 4 mesh, 1/4 inch. You can see I've been doing weird stuff with it. It's got straw stuck in it, whatever. I gotta wash it out pretty soon. One of these days. There's a few little rocks in it, and I use this one for sifting dirt also. If you just need to sift a small amount of dirt for, like for potting your plants and stuff like that. This one works pretty good for sifting out the big rocks and that. And I have a 70 mesh classifier also, but it's with my blue bowl. I'll have to make a separate video on that because that's a complicated thing. It's not really complicated, but it's a whole different subject. So here's one of my pans. This is my green pan. Not really my favorite pan. It's got these shallow riffles here. It's got a decent bottom cup in it. And then it's got this little water channel for when you get down to the fines, it kind of directs the water out there if you want to do it instead of just having it flowing out the side. So that was that one. I think this was the first pan I got. And I used it until I got the second pan, which was this black pan. This has a different design. It's got deep riffles here and shallow riffles here. So you can pan out all the bigger stuff and the light stuff this way, and it holds all the heavies in here in the big riffles. And then when you get down to the fine stuff, you can use the fine riffles to try to hold in all that really small gold flake and fine stuff. This one's been used a lot. But it's black, and the black sands are a little bit harder to see in here. I mean, they don't stand out like they do in the green one. So I just bought this one. This is a blue one. I just bought this one. I've been watching prospecting videos on YouTube, and I decided I'd buy this one and see how that works, because it's got some background relief for the both for the gold flakes and for the dark stuff, so you can see it. And they say the first thing you got to do with these pans, because they're really smooth, when you get them, you got to wash it with like dish soap to get rid of the oils that are the mold parting oil, whatever you want to call it, mold release agent. And then you've got to season it by various methods. Some people rub sand in them, or some people just start using them and the gravel roughs them up. I took a Scotch-Brite pad to it and just went in a circular pattern all the way around it just to rough it up. So that what that does is it prevents the water from beating up on it. It's really easy to see once you start doing this kind of stuff. You can see real quick the advantage of having just a little bit of roughness in it so the water doesn't beat up. So that's what I have to show you today for this little video. And I'm hoping that the GoPro works well for doing these videos, because it does have a better picture than my other camera. It's just a matter of I had to get rid of that fisheye lens, because the distortion on the fisheye lens was, I didn't like it. It messes with your videos. So, to me anyway, doing this kind of video, the fisheye lens just isn't appropriate. So anyway, that's my video. Thanks for watching.